Today I'd like to talk to you about fitting the G-2D gimbal to the Phantom version 1. Now, originally I had the mount with the GoPro camera in its waterproof housing mounted upside down, and in the software in the GoPro I just had it flipped so as it recorded like that. But then when you bank the copter like this, the camera also goes like this. So I decided to invest in a gimbal. Now, the Walkera G-2D is a 2-axis gimbal, and it is fairly cheap and simple. You'll see the ads on eBay and that fit the Phantom. Well, they do and they don't. The kit comes with the gimbal, screws, spanners and screwdriver, and a crucible plate which is a cross shape, and that is fitted to where the original stand comes. Now the screws are longer, but they must not go inside the battery case, otherwise your battery will be pierced, and as you know, you want the electricity to go through the cables, not through screws. So that's why you have to make sure you use the right screws. You fit those two in first, and then the crucible is fitted. Then you fit the gimbal with 2 other screws. Now, they are fairly difficult. They are right in there. So you can unflip the supports, the isolation supports, then screw it in, then just squeeze it in. The way you put these isolation sleeves back in, you pucker them up like a lip, you just squeeze them together, put one angle in, then work it with your fingers. So that then fits. So you fitted the gimbal, you thought great. Then the first thing you notice that it doesn't seem balanced. Well, you must have the camera fitted first. So they're designed for the GoPro, and as you can see, they're fairly balanced. If you use the iLook and that type, they have in the kit there's a disc that fits over that, and that counterbalances. If you use another camera, you must balance it, so use counterweights. But you must remember, to get good video, the center line axis of the lens must be parallel with the tilt axis and parallel with the roll axis. That way, when it tilts, the camera is rotating around the lens, not like this. So you're getting a gimbal and you're wanting the best video you can with the least movement. If it pivots around the lens, that's what you want. So depending on where your camera lens is, if it's not the GoPro, you may have to adjust it, and you may have to put the weights. Just because you shove it on and put a weight over here and think that's great, you're not understanding the principles of the gimbals. And to be an excellent gimbal, it needs to really have the center line of the focal plane in with the center line of the lens in with the center line of the rotation. That way, when it tilts, it will tilt around that point in space. But when you fit it, you're doing great. You then put it on the ground, and you notice it hits. And you think, what? It's supposed to fit. The second thing you'll notice, it is also fairly far forward. So here is the centre of gravity. That's how far heavy it is. There's no battery in this at the moment, but that's just showing you how much weight there is out of centre. And the third problem is you then go to fit your battery and the door does not close. So when they say the G-2D fits the Phantom version 1, what they really mean is the screw holes line up. Now, I've made some other sections of the videos to show you how to fit it, overcome the battery door problem using the Quad4A solution. Also, how to set the gimbal up. But what you need to do is either make up some extra long spaces to fit in, or buy the longer legs, which is a better idea. But one other problem is that when you do a hard landing, the actual lens front of the quad will smash in first. So when you're flying, take off, tilt the camera up, then take off. When you come to land, tilt your camera up and take and land. If you're going to crash, tilt the camera up and crash. You may dent the body of the GoPro, but you'll save the lens. The lens is the most important. So the other series of the videos will show you the various steps. So thanks for watching, and if you want to learn more, watch the rest of the series. Thanks.